You crash and burn, basically.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
and that's why boundaries
Yeah,
are very
yeah.
important.
Can you
Yep.
hear?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yay.
we can back.
Yes, yes, we can hear you now.
Yay.
Boo! Now my left
We had a
controller
nice
died.
discussion.
Boo!
No. Oh,
Welcome
that's
back.
4 on the bingo card.
I know. I'm
Mhm.
scoring today. I get a free
Our
avatar
technical
coffee or
difficulty
Nice.
something.
bingo card.
Nice.
I get a free quest buck. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, it felt like there was something cool going on. I really wanted to hear Danny speak. Somebody tell me what you learned right now while I was completely glitching out. What did you hear?
Who wants to go first?
I see Armani
Ah,
speaking.
Armani, what did you hear?
So I heard, I'm gonna marry you, Danny, here. I remember you talking about how anchors, at least on the left side here, talking about how emotions can change under different anchoring types of anchoring, basically.
Yeah.
If that's
I
that's if that's right.
I can
Okay.
try to explain it again too if we want.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was mostly just riffing off of I think DeBlob might have started this idea of feeling limited, feeling cornered almost when you're put into a frustrated state. And so I was thinking about autopilot and what that meant to have your choices limited.
I can elaborate on that if you want to, or you can keep going.
Please.
That's fine.
I prefer your exact words so that way we all connect fully.
Sure. So what I meant is less over feeling cornered. That is a part of it. What I meant by a reduced emotional range is more that you have. I got this concept from listening to someone else talking about this. It's more about having, when you're calm, you have access to a wide range of emotions that you're able to feel, including the most complex ones. And the more under pressure you feel, the more likely you are to resort to more primitive emotions and like be blindsided compared to what you would be able to feel when you're not under pressure.
Yes, all of that.
So,
very real.
So I was sort of like reacting to that in terms of often feeling in autopilot because I feel like if somebody's putting a lot of pressure on me and I start feeling frustration, start feeling that limited range, I feel that that's because somebody is trying to push me into a role. And oftentimes that role has, at least the way that I conceive of it, a limited set of ways in which I could react. And I can either choose to play the role I'm being pushed into, or I can push back against that and try to assert my agency.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really depends on the situation, but in some of them, it's really valuable to have the skill of being able to remove yourself from the situation so that you can assess it with a clearer mind. Give yourself time.
Well said.
This is getting into so much good depth. Thank you. So another way I heard that is, so it's not just about what I'm feeling, but it's about what I'm allowed to be here. Right. And if people are seeing me one way, so I want you to find your emoji to raise a hand or just put an emoji out. Who here has ever walked into a space and you were feeling fine before you walked in the space, but the moment you walk in, you start feeling either paranoid or just kind of like irritated, angry, or even just like really excited, but you don't know why. You're not feeling that towards anyone else. Raise your hand. Oh, did we lose you to the battery, Dallas? Let's all grab a photo next to Grand real quick. We're gonna do a semi-trolley thing. But
when it crashed, okay.
I think their battery died, and they were asking about getting a photo. So we're gonna grab a photo
All
because
right.
they're a newbie and they're trying to get that.
Quickly now.
Oh, it's so
Quick,
cute.
Yeah, they're gonna crash
And
anytime soon.
do emojis. We're gonna say welcome, Grand.
Welcome.
Yay.
Most used emoji.
Oh, so cute. That's great.
There we go.
Okay.
We'll share it with them later.
we're taking a break from our regularly scheduled programming to make sure our newbie feels welcome. I couldn't speak there, but yeah, this is something when you're onboarding, we like you to grab a photo with everybody to say, hey, I was there and I learned something on your first event.
Mhm.
All right. So what you were talking about there is so important. This is literally my life's work. Is like, how do we actually infect each other with emotions without ever telling you what role you're playing? You just feel like you're all of a sudden the target, the villain. You just feel like something's off. You're not sure what it is. And I believe that a lot of that has to do with nonverbal body language and what has already been established as the norms or the rules or the tornado that has happened in the room before we get there. But we can be very affected by people that we don't even know their names, and they need somebody to kind of place their stories on so they can feel more agency, more flow. They can widen their emotions somewhere else. Because if I make you my unsafe person because you have red eyes today, to blub, and I don't, in my mind, I'm like, maybe you didn't before, and you're actually angry at me, and you've been feeling angry at me this whole time, and that's why you've been away. And watch how fast my mind can do that, right? And the blob's going like, well, I'll see you in 2 years then. This is awkward, right? Like, I didn't come here with any of that, right? Or maybe you did, and we should talk. But emotions basically like stir us up, and then our brains kick in and they start telling lots of stories. And the stories,
No,
yeah,
if it is something you're actually feeling, we do need to talk to them.
yeah, we do. We need to process this, right? But I can tell
'Cause
stories.
I'm not aware of any of this.
I believe you. I believe, and I picked you partly because I know that there isn't necessarily that going on. The rest of you might be like, "Hey, can we start a line back here? I've got bones to pick with you, Ayo." So I get excited talking about this stuff because as I have learned about it, now when really hard moments are happening, a part of me is just like, oh, I feel so heavy. We're doing this again. But another part of me is like, ooh, let me put my scientist eyes on and let me feel this in my heart. And let me see what I'm going to learn here today. Because all the pathways we're going to look at today and are doing right now, we might throw this out tomorrow. I've been doing it for 10 years, but you might be the one that breaks the model and says, no, there's a whole other thing. And I used to get scared about that, but now I'm just like, everything everyone throws at this, it just makes it better. So your job is not to come here and worship or like believe this is the truth of all of humanity. This journey today that we're starting is a pattern for you to look at. And if you think it's wrong, turn the mirror around and say, what do I know about me? Not what do I know about everybody and you're all wrong, but what do I know about me? What is this telling me about how I feel, how I behave, how I react? So, yeah, emotions to me are how we encode our memories. And when we're only allowed to feel one or two emotions because of how we're stereotyped or our culture, we stop making memories. We memorize only certain parts. And then people are like, well, that whole thing happened and I told you the whole story. And I maybe was nodding along, but I wasn't feeling anything. So I wasn't with you while you were telling that story. And now I feel all kinds of other emotions about that. I feel caught. I feel guilty. So emotions are kind of like the music that narrates our lives. And sometimes it's really hard music. And sometimes when we can describe that music with each other, the funny thing about music, as we will learn, Mary does our music hop the third week of the month. The thing we'll find out about music that we already kind of know is if I'm having an angry emotion and I listen to angry music, what does it do? Angry music I like. What does it do?
You feel heard, even if no one's hearing you.
Even if no one's, keep coming back. You've got like lots of wisdom to share here. You feel heard, relief, right?
I wish I had the time.
I know, but there's good things here. So make friends with the Blop. He's becoming one of our emotion gurus.
It's nice.
So relief, catharsis, validated. I look at emotions like waves in the sea. They're always going to be coming. If we know they're there or we don't know they're there, they're still happening inside of us. But if we have emotions and somebody else or a piece of music or art just hits that emotion perfectly, it's like, I'm back here now. I feel seen. Or I could listen to what's angry music for somebody else, and then I just feel rage because I don't like that music, you know? So it doesn't always work perfectly, but we can look for resonance that helps us kind of come back to the present. The whole point of this is how do we exit off of, I didn't read that fast enough. What did you say? The music is holding space for your emotion. Yeah, exactly. It kind of gives a river. So the emotion isn't stuck, right? So it gives it flow. It tells you that emotion is a journey and it's different every time for every one of us. And starting to recognize the signatures of our emotions and being like, ooh, that's a dark emotion. I've been taught that's bad versus, ooh, that's a dark emotion. Without shadow, nothing matters. Shadow gives us three-dimensional form. Shadow is the contrast that helps us understand
It's
light.
also a good line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the music of human. This is the melody of our hearts. And this is why I'm here, is for us to try this together and keep trying and see how it changes our relationships when we don't think anymore, oh, I felt something hard, therefore you're bad, therefore I mute, block, ban you. Because that is the loop for a lot of people in here. Hello, hello, welcome. Yay. And so what we're going to do next is we're going to get out of our comfort zone that we've established here. You're welcome to join us. I forgot your username already. BTEX. Yay.
Sorry, BTEX.
We're going
Just
to
unblocking.
go downstairs and we're going to look at something. And then we're going to do, for those of you who want to do this, so we should get our picture up here. We're not going to go over all these slides.
Oh, yes.
You'll see some of these in the monoliths. We could be here for like 8 hours. But we're going to go downstairs. And before we do that, we're going to grab a photo. So let's go to the end.
Go up to here. Yep.
Yeah. Please
Okay.
join
Give a
us.
little bit on stage.
Text.
Oh,
you're
yes,
willing.
there we go.
It's a really cute avatar.
Oh,
Sorry,
I'll get out of the
trying to do a
way.
technical thing.
We'll update
Okay.
and there we go.
Oh,
Oh,
I
there
like
we go.
I like that photo too, actually. uh, you're all gonna be like, I didn't read that slide, and now I'm being taken pictures with it. There we go. Okay, so this is where we confetti and say thank you. And
Very cool planet's avatar. Let's mention.
so on 3, 2, 1, I'm gonna ask you to
Very
shout
fun.
out a word that feels like what you're learning today, and put emojis out too. So 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Cringe. Awareness.
EQ.
Did I hear eggs? Wow, that was great.
Okay, there you go.
Eggs. Okay. Beautiful. All right. So who's ready to go see some sign people in a funny dance?
Oh, me. We've got a couple
Okay.
of those.
So we're going to go behind the TV screen. So I'll need people to pay
Behind the
attention
TV.
to if people are entering. So we make sure to greet them because they're not going to know where to come. And if you do bring your friends back here, the monoliths you see, these big posters, they're going to actually have a lot of those questions you just maybe saw in the slides downstairs. So you can bring your friends back and talk about these with each other. But go ahead and grab this and then move out of the spawn point because it's going to put us all.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
This is cool.
Yay.
It's a bit work in progress, but let's see. Oh, yes, we have a floor.
So I'm loving this because I'm getting to watch who wants to go above and figure it out versus who wants to go down and get messy, start dancing with the sign people. We got people already down there.
Oh, I see. Okay, we can go down.
You can go down. Yep. You can also be up here.
If I leave, I'll probably be coming back on VR if I can actually the benefits from it.
Okay, yeah, please. Yeah, this is much funner in VR. We're going to go to the art gallery too.
Oh.
That is
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I guess I could do it now.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
please.
put that out there.
Come back.
I don't know. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
see what you're going with.
Look at that.
Yeah, so we're trying to we're gonna work with these guys to see different poses for each of the emotions. Oh yeah.
Okay, so when you're
Sorry, I just
ready,
couldn't help that one.
go ahead and come up here and we're gonna have a conversation. Actually, somebody did this yesterday. Sorry, I'm gonna change my mind. Let's get in the fear bubble. This was kind of cool. Trying to remember who was here when this happened, but yeah.
Oh, wait. Let's see.
Yeah. So here we are. We're sitting in fear, brokenheartedness. Isn't it a paradox to be in VR chat and hear somebody cheerfully talking about broken hearts and fear? It's like, yeah, it's VR chat. This is what we do here. We say the opposite things. So, yeah, what do you notice being around these sign people? What's one observation?
Irritation is one which I struggle to visualize what that expression is.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, these were hard to make.
The others make a lot of sense to me. I can even imagine a face that fits them, but irritation, I'm struggling to.
Funny enough, when I was making the irritation one, I ended up accidentally making like 3 other emotions before we kind of just settled on this. It just like as I'm like making irritation, like that looks more like confusion, or that looks more like concern. It was
here's a clue for you. The last emotion on this map was confusion. The others got filled out for about 9 months, and confusion used to have a different name. And guess what it was? Some of you maybe have heard this. What was confusion before it was confusion?
I don't know.
It was numbness.
Numbness.
And here's what happened when I would say, okay, concern is saying, hey, something's wrong, right? And confusion is like, But when I said numbness, I would look at the crowds of people I was teaching it to, and they all would kind of stroke their chin. They would kind of like put their head down. They didn't light up like the other ones. These other ones validated them. The numbness did not. They all looked really confused. And I started to realize that sometimes what we think it feels like on the inside is not necessarily what tells us to empathize with it on the outside. So you are feeling irritated that you don't recognize irritation. It's doing its job. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it does make you react, which is,
It provokes, right? This is art. So emotions are tricky, but the way that I like to think about it so it doesn't make my brain too much into a pretzel is that emotions are these micro expressions coming through our body and our brain and our mind and our gut. And they're telling us how to dance with each other. Like, this is a little social scientist-y of me, but I've just learned this over time, being around many, many different kinds of people who have different boundaries. So somebody ideally would volunteer for this because I don't want to put too much pressure on you. Can I show you all something? Go ahead and raise your hand if you're willing to do an experiment with me. Okay, Ronan, great.
Escapist.
So
he just got here.
Escapist is back.
I saw
Yay.
both of
Okay.
you.
So Ronan, I am going to start moving closer to you as I talk. And I want you to put your hand up when you notice a big change in your body. Do you do that with me?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to be like talking about what I had for breakfast today. So for breakfast today, I was rushing and I actually went and I poured milk first. And then I remembered that that's the sign of a psychopath. Oh, there it is. Okay. So what changed in your body?
Okay. I'm going to say I felt like I was going to start pushing back.
Yeah.
And that I didn't, but I could just tell that I
Feel
would
the
now
leaning,
just
right?
lean a little,
Yeah.
feel like I'm leaning it back
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah. And so now we're going to do the opposite. So it's about here. And so I'm going to keep talking and I want you to put your hand up when you feel a change in your body again. I'm going to get right outside that bubble. Okay. And so I poured the milk first and I actually started to realize like, I don't even know what cereal I'm putting in with this milk. And I was just going, I'm really upside down today. Okay. So what just happened?
Well, I was now trying to lean in because I'll say it, I was having a little bit of a problem trying to hear you.
Hear me.
At
Right.
that point.
Yes. And so there's a practical piece to that, right? Which is just I'm forcing Ronan to want to come near me, not knowing where that bubble is even. I'm pulling his body because he's still connected to what I'm saying, but he can't hear me. So he wants to follow my serial psychopath story. This is a true story, by the way. Now you know. So what we're noticing there is we're noticing an inner bubble and possibly a technology-bound outer bubble, right? And we all have those bubbles and we do not know what each other's bubbles is. And what's even more complicated is those bubbles change, not just from day to day. They change from hour to hour. They change from how many people are in the space. They change from how noisy it is. They change from if I ever put cereal in that milk and got something in my belly, right? Emotions are very fucking fluid. And in here, that is especially hard because they can bounce like a pinball machine inside of us and conjure up a whole spider's web of stories about somebody so fast we think we read it in a book. Oh yeah, I read in a book that George over here is just such a player. And my emotions, you're like, what kind of player? Do I play music? I play games. There you go. Right. So George just deflected. That's what we do sometimes, which was beautiful. This is how the defenses come up, right? George just spun my accusation that George is somehow promiscuous. You know, that was the insinuation that I made up in my head.
No, I was trying to deflect my stupidity and not being able to
follow
the conversation.
So George was feeling some confusion maybe, right? But George was like, yeah, I play games, right? And that's a way to kind of like lessen the story and be ready for it. And just, I'll tell you how that is true. And so these are ways we dance with our emotions in our words and also in how much the dancing has worked out. If we're brand new with each other, we don't have the pattern on how to have pressure and pull with each other and know that it's building stronger relationship versus just literally. A leader once told me that this just happened a couple of months ago. They got unfriended by somebody that they just hadn't seen for a long time when they came into an instance. What happened?
I see you, Jay.
Oh, bye, Jay. Thank you for catching it. Oh, no. Lag skipping. Oh, Jay. I hope that's not.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
at my parents' house.
You can watch
their internet.
the YouTube video also is streaming. So that's possible.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go do that. But
Glad
yes,
you came.
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay.
Glad you're here.
Sure thing.
No
Sure.
worries. We'll
See
see
ya.
you soon.
Bye.
Okay, so
Bye.
the last piece before we go to a world where we're going to try to find a color or a metaphor or a stick figure of our emotion, we're just going to play around with it. Is to acknowledge that this is very subjective. This is very hard to like. You have your own map, your own journey with your emotions, and whatever you're feeling is the right emotion. The invitation of this model is to feel more than one emotion at a time. And like DeBlab was saying earlier, that, you know, when we have the primal, the lizard brain kick in and we're feeling just one emotion, it's getting more and more intense. One of the ways to exit off of that, you know, bullet, that trajectory that's inside of us, is to try to feel another emotion, but don't let the first one go. Most of the time, people are like, I'm feeling negative, I'm going to feel positive, and then I'll be okay. And that actually sets you up to feel it even worse. So the paradox of this is to feel the negative and the positive at the same time. Or if they're mild enough, I've met many people who started practicing this after they tried the model. Try to feel the opposite side of whatever emotion you're feeling at the same time. So, concern and confusion. I know something's wrong. Also, I don't know everything about it. Concern and confusion.
Question.
Yeah.
You're saying to feel the opposite, but isn't that kind of a rigid way of thinking?
It isn't necessary, but it's the shortest equation to get yourself back in the middle, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, think about this like a roller coaster course. For those world builders in here that are going to get excited about this, let's talk. So these loops you see are like the roller coaster. And when I'm tired of feeling frustration, now I'm going to turn around and be like, who's irritating me? Right? I'm going to get away from one sensation by feeling another. And the invitation is say, somebody's irritating me and I'm irritating somebody else. And both can be true at the same time. And I'm going to feel both of those. This space in the middle is both the brokenness, but it's also the fifth archetype. It's the place where we practice healing. And the fifth archetype, if we're not going to be a villain, victim, hero, or bystander to each other, what's the fifth archetype? Some of you might know.
Because you're relating it to fear, I'm tempted to say vulnerability.
Oh, look at that. Please come back. You have so many good answers. Vulnerability. That's not an archetype. That's a really good answer that I've never heard before. That's really interesting. You had an answer, Fire. I heard your noises.
I don't know. I don't really.
You're thinking about it. Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah.
What's the name in the middle that connects all the other names? The villain, the victim, the hero, the bystander. Who's here? Who's feeling vulnerable? Who can name their emotions? We are animals, but we also are something in addition to that. Ah, I told you you knew the answer. Say it louder. Say it louder.
Human.
Yeah.
Sure.
Humans, what's in the middle?
Can't say for myself, but
yeah, you can't say for, well, human and planets. We can welcome the planets into the middle. Human, planets, furries, sloths, robot, super predators, all of it. Noble English cartoon characters. Yeah.
We're all sentient here.
We are all sentient. Yeah. So what a lot of people do, and I'll tell you, for the first 30 years of my life, I just thought, wow, someday we're going to have laser surgery and we can just erase out the animal part of us that makes us so cruel to each other. We're just going to zap it out. That's what I hoped
That
for.
would be really bad.
Well, it would definitely kill us, actually, because
even if
everything down here goes through parts of that lizard brain first to reach everything else. So the wish to completely erase the pain is just very unrealistic to our entire anatomy and evolution. So I said,
without pain, we wouldn't have this drive to try and solve it.
we also would not know what pleasure is. Pain and pleasure
Also that, yeah.
are two sides of the same coin. They're using the same nervous system. And
Like
when
if some of us weren't cruel, sorry.
Yeah, no, say it. If some of us weren't cruel, this is the Dibbleob podcast.
Yeah,
Tell us more.
It's really not. Just don't know how much I'm allowed to inflect here.
So much.
I mean, you know what I'm about to say. It's the same thing as earlier. If some of us weren't cruel, there wouldn't be any drive to try and be better than that.
Yeah, and there's many cultures that talk about this, about like calling that sense of I need to act in the world. I need to be something in the world. That is many times initiated from a wound, from a not enoughness, from a neglect, from a broken place. And so there's a cycle there. And what I learned to do when I was more like in the career of being a healer, a practitioner with people, is I learned to identify myself not as a healer, but as a wounded healer. This is a philosophy of humility and a philosophy of acceptance, that where we harm from is also where we heal from. And to pretend that the wound is erased or all better now creates tunnel vision. It creates a hero. And when I'm trying to fix you, I can actually push you into a freeze response. When you need me to fix you, and I won't, that can push you into a freeze response too. Or a flight. You disappointed me. You didn't do what I needed. So what happens when we start to grow emotional fluency is we start to encode the stories of these extremes, not as I shouldn't be these, but I accept, I Hey You, I Ruth, I Dr. Diaz, I Human. I am all four of these archetypes. I am a villain. I have harmed. I am a victim. I have been so fucking harmed. I am a hero. I have fixed things. Ta-da! And I'm a bystander. I have sat by while people just do horrible things. I am all four of those. And when I say those stories to you, even though I have done this for 10 years in front of crowds of all kinds of power and people, my heart starts to race. It goes faster. It's really intense to tell you that, because when I told you that I was each of those, I remembered at least one story of how that's true. That was not me bullshitting you or performing. It's an intense piece to own that whatever story you might be telling about me, probably positive, because you're all here today, right? Maybe somebody's recording to cancel me tomorrow, but I'm going to pretend it's all positive, right? So whatever story you're telling about me, I just told you that that's not the full story of me, because it probably didn't have in it, hey, you's a victim, or hey, you's a villain. And so that is vulnerability. And it doesn't feel good. But I've learned how to breathe. And I've learned how to put my hand on my heart and soften into that and go, wow, at least one more time you did that. Nobody knows how terrifying that is for you. Every time you do that, it looks smooth. It's not on the inside. Because when I own those names, I just want to go over to the victim and like put my hands in my head and just like cry. If I want to go over to the villain, you better mute me, because you're going to hear some screaming.
Seems like you have a lot of interesting things to share.
Well, that's a way to turn it into like, let's stick around and see what Heyu does. Thank you. So I
No,
saw
I'm being honest.
Here's the other thing to note. You're having little pops, what I call aha moments. There's little things that are happening in some of your minds that are like, wait, oh, right? That shape on the mouth, that little bit of a tilt looking up, that right? Those are my little food tidbits, because what it tells me is some story inside of you just got a new exit path. It just got a new loop. And that loop can change all the stories that are going to be like that story going forward. You just made a new connection there. Doesn't mean it will, but it can. You now have a new way to frame and look at a moment that hurt. And so those ahas are treasures for me, because that tells me the more ahas that you gather, the more the next time you hit a conflict moment, you're less likely to shut down and go into animal mode as quickly. And you're more likely to activate and be like, oh my gosh, I've spent 2 hours on a random Sunday, at X time for me, learning about this thing. What is going to happen now? Now I am a researcher. Now I'm a scientist of myself. And that micro expression that is not like, oh no, Jose's mad at me. I'm just gonna wait until Jose looks away and I'm gonna get away. Right? If I have a moment of excitement when I think Jose's mad, oh look, it's proof, it's confirmation, and his avatar is really dark, and now he's like a sloth, like villain, and I just want to run and jump off the edge. Right? Yeah, that's ominous, Jose, because the lighting's still working down here. So I'm saying this because that pause before I jump into blocking and banning Jose, because I think he has a secret vendetta to claw me with his avatar giant claws. That fantasy, that story that I told myself, I can pause for a moment and go, Jose has had so much patience with me for being someone who is so grounded and quiet, and I just pick on you all the time and pick you to be my paired person more than I think most. So thank you, Jose. And maybe Jose will give me another angry emoji or something completely different. We'll see. Or nothing at all. Just stand there like they're contemplating it. Oh, well, there's... So this is where the role playing of VR can actually start to turn really interesting, because it's pretty low consequence to study emotional fluency in here. It really is kind of like a, can I find the thread? Can I feel me at least and know I'm learning myself? Okay, before we go to the art world, where you're going to practice possibly something uncomfortable. If you're on desktop, it's probably going to be even more uncomfortable. But we're going to try to at least get a color on a easel or on a canvas, actually, or on a whiteboard or a pen in the air, something to draw the first emotion on this journey of conflict. February is the festival of what? No team members can answer this. Let's see who knows this that hasn't been staring at this for over a month. What is the first emotion we're studying here? Any recalls?
I see the blobs raising a hand.
Frustration.
No,
Good blob.
I know, but I don't want to take the floor every time. Surely someone else can say.
Yes, fire is close up front and whispered it confidently, but also not. Frustration. So for just a moment before we try to go draw it, let's feel it in our bodies. You can take a hint from our Mary's guarding our sign person, but also, what does it feel like in your body if you are frustrated? How do you know you're frustrated? Try to, if you can, if you're in headset, try to mimic frustration in your body or make a noise to anchor frustration.
After I get If you not, it could pop up after.
Laughter. Interesting. I've been hearing that more lately. So frustration makes you laugh. Okay.
It's not that surprising in context.
Oh, look, Mary
It's
got
actually pretty
giant and
common
is
to laugh
blocking
away the pain.
frustration. Interesting.
Going eye to eye with the guy.
Ah.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, take care of your body. You don't have to be here if you need to take care of your body.
I don't want to miss it.
I know,
Yeah,
I
you know.
know.
That's the frustration.
It is a
I have
frustration.
my body's needs. I don't want to miss this.
Exactly. Yeah. FOMO frustration. That's the worst.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. Oh man,
I don't
FOMO.
see a lot of
Right.
bodies changes. That's interesting.
But
Who
yeah, no,
else
like
has a body
following that
language?
line of thought, it's like it's the same way cats self-soothe by purring.
I get a bit of extra energy, so tapping something tends to be a way for me to output
Look
some
at this.
frustration quietly.
Yeah. So we got a tapping
That
need.
explains why they purr, but like when you
So a lot of people will move an emotion
when you pet
from
them, they're
just
like
eating them
actually
alive. They'll move it
relaxed,
to
right.
one part of their body.
Sometimes cats can purr when they're
Or
really stressed
they'll
because they're trying
find
to self-soothe.
they'll find an image. They'll find a
Like they're trying
video.
to reach for
Or they'll find
the
a
comforting
person
memory.
that they think is that
That's
emotion.
what's what you're trying to do as well when you love, when you're scared or
So
in pain. You're trying to reach for pleasant memories.
if I'm really angry, but I'm not allowed to be angry, and then Ronan, I'm going to use you again, just say anything to me right now. I'm angry and I don't want to be angry. Just say something.
Say something. The weather out
Why
here
are
is
you
just
yelling at
terrible.
me? Like, oh my God, back off.
Oh, okay. SMH, Ronan.
Yeah, yeah. Go get some therapy, right?
Go take care of your body. It's fine.
So I just found somebody else to feel my anger for me.
I'm pretty sure it's being recorded,
And I
so
might,
you'll be fine.
in real social etiquette, I might not
You can
have
just
said
rewatch
that
this
to
one.
Ronan directly. I actually might have said, are you okay, Ronan? And you're like, I think, is the weather going to turn really bad? And I'm like, maybe. I think a tornado is coming. I can feel it. I'm going to tell you a whole story to make you scared because I'm not allowing myself to feel upset. And this is what we do in here all the fucking time. Just go to a public. We could do this. This is an advanced version of it, but some of you someday will come through this so many times. You're like, let's do the hardcore course. And then we're going to do this. We're going to go into Publix and start to feel people's emotions as they swirl around us, as they target us. Feel that in our own bodies. And then get out of the water when it's too much, because it can be traumatic. When people don't have accountability with their emotions, they can get very weaponized.
Mm-hmm. I feel like trapped when I'm frustrated, and also like I'm going to explode at the same time,
That's
which is
it.
kind of the opposite
Yeah.
of feeling trapped.
That's it,
And it's
right?
really intense. Yeah, it can get really bad.
It's like I'm being crushed, but also the walls aren't strong enough.
Mm-hmm. You want to break. I want to break out of them.
Yeah. I'm being pushed, but don't push on me right now. Here's another tidbit. I have thousands of these, but this is a fun one. It's a clue. It's a hack. Don't forget what I'm about to say, because it will show you so many things. Some of you may have heard this because it's one of my favorite ones. What does it mean when somebody says, I'm a little frustrated? Most of the time. What emotion are they actually feeling many times?
Anger.
You got it. And our
They're
mind was
very
pointing that
frustrated.
direction too.
They just don't want to express it.
This was a weird moment for me when I started cluing into it, because I was going, oh my gosh, I do this all the time. I have not learned how to say I'm angry. That's not normalized, because a lot of times if I actually said I'm angry, by the time I'm willing to say that, what am I actually feeling?
Anger.
Rage.
Burn the bridge.
Rage.
Yeah.
Rage, yeah.
I'm bordering
It's-
on.
yeah, you need
So
to
my anger,
downplay
when,
your.
yeah.
Mhm.
If I gave it a
Because you're
word,
afraid of the reaction.
that is a warning word, right? By the time I'm telling you I have anger, oh, bye, Ronan. Glad you're here.
Oh, sorry. Okay, thank
Bye,
you.
Ron.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, thanks. Okay, take care.
Have a good one,
Okay,
Ronan.
yeah,
Take
thank
care.
you. We'll talk
And so
later.
what
Thanks.
we notice in our bodies around emotion, what we say we notice, what other people hear we notice, and what they feel in response, whether we say it or not. These are all completely different wavelengths happening. And starting to realize that maybe can just give you some permission to be like, I'm never going to get this right. Never going to get this right. But I might get better at this. And those moments when you can anticipate and recognize a low, kind of closer to the middle emotion that is just brewing in somebody, and you can offer grace, compassion, curiosity, trust to that. Every time you do that, you are healing a part of you that never had anyone do that for you when you need it. And that is where this really starts to pay off. That is where the practice of leaning into the hard stuff becomes the practice of peace. And it isn't because I always feel peaceful. Anybody who spends any time around me knows I am not a peaceful person. I'm a grumbly, growly, howly person. I'm always telling you about the apocalypse of bridge makers or of Heyo or of the world. It's tough to be me.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And keeps wanting to change things.
Yes. And then people try to give me advice, and guess how I feel with advice? Anybody want to go sit on that emotion?
Having Hey You in the same chat.
Imagine being a world builder with Heyo. It's not easy to dance with
All
me.
jokes.
I will acknowledge that 100%. But the practice of it that some of you have started cluing in, who spend more time with us, is sometimes it's going to be too much. You're going to go away, or I'm going to go away, or I'm going to set a boundary. But so far, my choice, my belief is we keep coming back and renegotiating what happened. That's the difference. So this is why this is about conflict resiliency versus conflict resolution. Bridgemakers is never going to teach you how to fix your conflicts. If you're here for that, thank you for coming. Refunds will be at the front desk. Bridgemakers is here to build better bridges, knowing they're going to break over and over again, which is partly why the happy accident of this space, when we're up there, we don't see the breaking bridge. But when we're down here, all we see is the breaking bridge. We're here to be with the brokenness and to build better. And that's the initiation of 12 months of uncomfortable emotions. I feel a little bit like I may regret this. And some of you have said, could this burn you out? But if we keep bringing people here and we keep learning together, I will be well fed and we will survive it. And we will learn a lot of really interesting things that hopefully we will share with the world. So for our last few minutes here, wow, I talked a long time, but look how rich this was already. Any other observations while I pull up this world that we're going to get one color or one image down before we say goodbye today? Any other observations on how you know you're feeling frustrated? Just go ahead and shout them out or give an emoji or whatever.
I start thinking about writing a letter to someone.
Ah, that's so British of you. Mary's version of "you're not listening to me" is "where's my fountain pen and where's my scroll?"
Wait, I'm actually
just fiery
interested
all the
as to why.
time.
Well, why is that?
I'm making fun of being British. It's,
Yeah, you really are.
When
That's
we're angry,
lovely.
we write letters.
Got it.
And when you need to self-soothe, you stand in queues. So good. Okay. Any other observations? When I'm frustrated, what do I feel?
Little gestures will be more exaggerated. Like if I finish drinking a can and I'm driving and I'm stuck in traffic, instead of putting it to the side, I'll toss it in the back seat really hard.
Yep, that's really good.
Anger
So,
out there. Yeah.
Escapist, that's huge. What you're touching on there is actually when emotion starts to escalate, it moves from the metaphor, from the vibration, from the growl, from the held breath. It starts to move through our bodies and find objects. And so because I'm female passing in the world, and I was taught girls don't feel anger. That's not proper. You must feel pious and humble and smile all the time, right? So that was packed into me really deep for years and years and years. Religion, all the stuff on top of it. And so I had to relearn how to feel anger. And here's how I started to clue into anger. When I'm angry, I start thinking that some horrible little elf has come into my space and tightened the screws on my cupboard or moved that table a few inches to the left. I start to believe that somebody has changed my environment and it's behaving in weird ways around me. Instead of realizing I'm moving faster, I'm being clumsy, and I'm not in my body because I'm so overwhelmed. So that was how I started to clue into it. It was a very odd way. And it was not from sensations in my body. It was from actually like the fast stories I started to tell.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a lot that could be analyzed from this behavior.
Yeah, it's wild, right? But that acceleration is a sign of activation. It might not be anger for you. It might be guilt. It might be shame. But we're going to learn about all of these 1 month at a time. And today, keep thinking about your metaphor or your color or something. We're going to go draw, and then we're going to get a group photo with our frustration.
I'm most likely heading out now, but thank you so much for the talk.
I hope you come
It was
back.
nice meeting you.
Please get
Yeah,
on our
have a good one.
Discord and
Yeah, of course. I
share
was gonna
all
say
of
I
your
was gonna
insights.
DM you later.
Yeah, please, because
Yeah.
there's so much here. I'm really
Have a
excited.
good one.
Yeah, bye-bye. All
Yeah,
right, I'm going to join.
Right. I've not actually been to this world. This is cool.
Here we are. Okay. So yeah, we've done workshops and exercises in here. Shout out to Tokyo for building a social good world. This is, I think, a huge culture changer for VR chat itself, and I appreciate that leader for what he did there. And some of you are just jumping right in, which is fantastic. If you haven't jumped in, and if you're feeling something, just notice that. The journey to actually feel your frustration, to use the tools to describe your frustration, the journey there is as important as actually trying to depict your emotion in any way, shape, or form.
Normal size one.
And this is one of the emotions where if you're on desktop or it's glitching, it's likely pulling that emotion from you. And so if you can't use the tool to represent that emotion,
Release this one. Yeah, there you go.
try to find a noise, a color, a metaphor, and you can share that instead if you don't want to try to draw it.
Okay, now that one's unclaimed.
Okay.
But I love how everyone is just jumping right in.
I'm just going to draw in the air since I don't have a canvas.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's
Another one
canvases
over
over here, right on the corner, too.
Oh.
But you can draw.
I thought someone...
We've
I thought
had...
Armani grabbed that one.
Oh, there's two of them.
There's two. There's
Yeah.
another one.
There's another one.
These are just different sizes, but this one's over in the corner.
Yeah. The big one,
Oh,
the
okay.
short one.
I'll grab a big one.
Yeah. So here's a thing we can talk about while you are drawing your frustration is
Okay, go ahead.
now if we put a spotlight on emotion, sometimes it can make it bigger, at least temporarily. So what do you do when the emotion that you're trying to name or notice starts to get really loud? How do you shift away from that if it feels like it is going to blow you up? What do you do with frustration when it's getting too big for you right now? And there's no wrong answers here.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight. There you go. That's a real one, right? I'm gonna be able to explode at you because I'm gonna mess with you until you yell at me, and now I can release my frustration. Fight. Or flight is I'm just gonna get away from all of you. I don't know who's making me feel frustrated, but I'm just over this. I don't even care about it. Goodbye. Right? You all suck anyways. So that's a little bit of fight and flight. I'm gonna spit and rage quit before I leave. What are other ways? Yeah.
I tend to hop between the two depending on who it is that's I'm around. That's maybe I'm thinking they're making me feel like that. Yeah, like if it's a close, like a partner or a friend, I might confront the situation. But if it's more strangers, I'll withdraw. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else relate to fight or flight? Raise your paintbrush or easel or anything. Let's see. Put an emoji out. Fight or flight when you feel frustrated. Yep, we got one. Everybody else is so concentrated on their frustration they can't move their hands. Everybody feels this. All right. Does anybody go into fix when they're frustrated? I'm just gonna make someone better.
After a certain amount of time.
Not anymore. Not
Yeah, I
anymore. My
always come
frustration's
back
towards an
around.
object.
Not anymore. I'm going to fight an object, right? I'm just going to crush that can of soda in my hands. Ha! I conquered it. Or I'm going to smooth this non-existent wrinkle over and over again. And that's going to soothe me because I'm fixing that wrinkle. Yeah. What about freeze? Does anybody freeze when they're frustrated? Yeah, George's thumbs up in that. Freeze. What does freeze look like in behaviors? You're doing it. Well done. The instance glitched.
I take a deep breath.
You take a deep breath. So this is exactly it, right? So we know that the animal response is what happens when we don't decide or try to slow it down. It just kicks in. It's the default path. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to freeze. I'm going to flee. But then there's also the choice. The choice is, what if there was another way here? What emotion do I have when I say, what if there was another way here? Question mark. What emotion is that? What if there's another way here?
Relief.
Relief? Maybe. Yeah, that can come if I find another way. What is this? If I was an emoji, what am I doing right now?
Thinking. Contemplating.
Contemplating, which is a cousin, close cousin. They live in the same house. It's a complicated situation. Close cousin to curiosity. Curiosity is one of the quickest antidotes I have ever seen to these smaller but very uncomfortable emotions. Curiosity is a way that we acknowledge that we're not those archetypes. Because sometimes when we're afraid, what we're afraid of is uncertainty. There's too many things changing. I'm too overwhelmed. And so even if I'm certain that I'm bad or wrong, at least I'm certain. And curiosity says I'm not certain. Curiosity says I need to learn more. I need to find more information. And it puts me in human again, because I can never know 100% of whatever I think I feel or I feel I feel. And the other emotion is trust, which is a harder one for people. When this model started getting taught, the children that helped me learn it, put it together like a puzzle, they would chant like little school children. They'd be like, "Curiosity killed the cat." And then they would say, "Trust. I'm never going to trust somebody when I feel these hard feelings. Trust is bad. Trust gets you hurt." And I feel pain, but I understand that. And yet, it's not just an emotion, it's a choice. And it doesn't have to be a choice to hand the keys of my life over to somebody and say, well, hey, you said to trust this, so I trust you, go for it. Trust is actually about the patterns in our lives. And so I may be looking at one or two patterns and being like, ugh, I'm so frustrated with those patterns. Trust is about saying, have I been here before? Is this a cycle? What do I predict for these patterns? Who else can I trust to help me look at this pattern so I don't just react and so I make sure I grow? So trust doesn't have to be necessarily towards the person I'm feeling that. It can be towards people who keep me from going into the tunnel vision Blob was just describing. It can be people who help me say, what are other perspectives here? So Bridgemakers has an advisory team. And we're not even an organization, but I drag and love and thank and sometimes flatter people, a really cool group of experts and friends. I trust my bestie. Yeah. So trust can be a memory, actually.
Aw.
So that's interesting. Mary just wrote that. Trust doesn't even just have to be like an action. It can just be a happy place in our mind or a relationship we feel safe. And by bringing that emotion into our body, it gives us a pause to make a new choice. Because I'm going to make up a story right now and say, Mary used to hate their bestie and feel frustrated with them all the time. And then they worked it out. And so when Mary is frustrated with me, they remember that they got through that with their bestie and maybe we're going to survive it too. And that's where Mary's taking an object that they do feel safe with in my projected story here, and they're moving it onto me so we can try again. So emotions are like social lubricant or they're social bombs, right? But we can use the chemistry of those emotions to just renegotiate the space. Okay, with all that in mind, it is time for us to show a little sharing circle, crisscross applesauce. Hi, Lily. Welcome. We're just about to share, have a sharing circle. So you got 1 minute finished up, and when you are ready, please bring your eyes, what is it? Not a easel, it's a canvas. Easel. Drag your easel that you can't drag. Please bring your canvas over to the rug here and put it in front of you in an orderly fashion. I'm going to fix this whole thing, make it perfect because I'm excited, anxious, and exhausted because I didn't sleep last night. All right. So let's have a little. I think that one right there is available. That just has one mark on it. Maybe Jose, you can go erase it because it might have your name on it over there. You may not be able to draw
it's
on.
unclaimed.
Oh, okay, it's unclaimed. Okay, good. So everyone else, and you're welcome to come and draw over here also, Lily. We're just going to sit in a circle and we're going to share just one thing we noticed about trying to write or draw frustration. And Lily, just in case you didn't know this, we are live streaming this to YouTube. So take care of yourself. All right. Who would like to go first? Show us your painting and tell us one thing you noticed about frustration. Raise your paw, hand, robotic attachments, whatever. Oh, we've got a foot.
Oh,
yes, you there with the foot.
Yeah, red, short marks, feeling unfinished, just something always not right kind of with it. And very appropriately, also hardware issues in the middle of it. So I felt like that added to the emotion.
Yeah. No, that's great. And I noticed you doing this body language and as you were talking about
this
it.
Right? This is my hand tracker not working, so I'm trying to get it to start tracking again.
And if you were more escalated, if the agitation, the frustration was higher, would those motions have been different?
Yes, there would be more. There would be a hole in my wall and I would leave.
You just went 0 to 100 there. Hello, welcome. You're welcome to have a seat in our circle. We are just finishing up here. And again, we are live streaming. Again, you are welcome here, but I'm going to ask everyone to put yourselves on orange so we can close our circle up. And you're perfectly welcome to listen. We're talking about frustration, and we're learning about how this emotion shows up inside of us. And so what I would do if I was going somewhere between throwing my headset out the window and doing this is I would probably like be punching the air a little bit, just kind of trying to force the controller to work instead of the smooth, right? This smooth is actually the infinity loop of traveling through the emotions. So it is a kind of self-soothing sometimes to the body to just curve that feeling. Okay, we're going to go in a circle because we are a little over time. Oh,
what draws me about that is it kind of looks like a signature and makes me feel like all those times where I have to fill in my signature when I don't want to. Like, why do these people need my signature? This feels invasive.
You got to sign with your finger, and you're like, that's not my signature. I feel like an imposter. Yeah, that's interesting. We could do so much with these, and for the sake of never-ending clock, we're gonna keep it to just one self-observation, and then you're all welcome to hang out and say, "I want feedback." All right. So Jose or Lily, would either of you like to share your frustration canvas?
Can we go Jose first?
Thank you for raising your hand, Ali. And I don't think you have a canvas yet. So I'm going to have you draw something in there and we'll come back to you. Okay. Jose, you go first.
Okay, so I was frustrated because I'm on desktop and I can't draw, so the only thing I can do is punch the canvas, and this is the result.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I actually really like this one.
Okay. It's good to see you. Thank you. I'm sorry we're not ready for a photo yet, but we would have. Yeah. Okay.
It was nice seeing you. Take care.
So Jose punched the canvas, and Jose, did the emotion of frustration change as you punched the canvas? Did it get worse? Did it get better?
Oh my gosh, shut the fuck up! No one's gonna pay attention to this dumbass class!
Hi. Oh, Lily got frustrated. There you go.
Wow.
And then that's a fight.
Yeah.
And it can feel like a freeze response in us. We're like, oh no, somebody got so upset they had to leave. That's hard.
Oh, it's an eraser. Yeah, that's okay. So here you can have this whole board. So I don't get it anywhere. I'll just use Lily's old.
Yeah, and so Ali and Zay, if you don't at all mind, maybe just we're finishing this up. So if you're able to like just maybe be a little quieter, that would be really helpful. No shade.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. You're fine. You're totally
I kind of wish you
just
stayed.
yeah.
Okay, Frofredor, it's your turn. Turn your canvas around. What's behind door number 3? Whoa, look at that.
I just started scribbling. I've never used this tool. It took me a while to figure out where the eraser was, and I just started drawing, and I'm like, okay, that's good. But I don't know, red colors for frustration. That's
okay. How does it feel to show it to us?
A little vulnerable. I don't know. I'm kind of like just like it felt fun to just make the strokes. So it's sort of like it just kind of appeared, I guess. I didn't feel like there was a lot of like this is exactly what I wanted to draw. It was just something that I was like, let's just push a bunch of colors in the canvas.
So I see a character there, and there's a lot to that.
Yeah.
I also see you doing something maybe you do, and maybe this is my story about you, which is kind of distancing yourself from something beautiful and interesting that you made. Being like, yeah, I just threw a world together in a month. I'm not really a world builder. So just notice those places that you create distance instead of being like, this is the archetype of all of frustration. You will never forget this. What would it be like to flip into the other side and be like, this is my frustration. This is my
Put
buddy.
this in a dictionary.
That's right. This is the definition. So
Sure.
watch those places where it's like meh versus
No, that's a good point.
There you go. A little challenge there.
I like the clenched fists.
I know.
Yeah, it was one part I definitely was like, oh, I need to make it like show a character. That was
And
something
the
I just
bent
wanted to do.
knees are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So we have another character of frustration here, Mary. Give us one sentence about yours.
The
Well,
box guy.
I'm also on desktop, so I figured I'm not going to be able to draw a circle, so I draw a square for a face. The head is much larger than the body because it's like inflating with frustration.
Yeah, no, that makes
There's
sense.
like
I
a
like
lot
that.
of focus around the head.
Yeah.
So it's like a thinking space.
And specifically the eyebrows. If you've ever just played around with stick figures and emoji art and whatever, all you need is lines. Do this again and just change the eyebrows, the angles of the eyebrows, and ask yourself, what is this character feeling? Every few degrees, you'll feel a different emotion emerge many times if you're really paying attention. So yeah, that is definitely like all my energy is scrunched into the center. And if you poke me, I may explode like a little angry bird. Well done. All right, Armani, it's your turn. Welcome aboard.
Okay. I picked the long one, so.
Hi, Hyper.
I started off.
Wow.
With black. I started off on black, and then I did the red, or I did the white, then I did the red. Kind of just. These are long strokes, just trying to release. And then.
Oh, you've got
I
like
started drawing a tree.
the signature. I just noticed.
Yeah, that's at the end. But I drew a tree on the ground, like kind of growing something. So I guess that's like, for me, it's frustration is when I try to do stuff, even though I don't have time, or I don't know.
Yeah,
it's more like at least in that way. So
yeah. So one of the pieces I notice about this is that I feel there's the environment and then there's that growth in the middle, and how much the growth in the middle looks also kind of like your name. It's got the weavy loops. And so there's a balance there between the vortex and the flow. But it makes me want to like yell or growl. I just want to be like, ah, when I see it. It brings my storm out of me. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Did we lose somebody?
Coiled.
Who's here? This one. Scapist. That's yours. Okay. Let's go with Scapist.
No, Armani did that one. Okay.
Ooh. To shorten it, the big part of it for me was focusing on like the black with the X's through it is the feeling of growing frustration, trying to fend that off, because I know it might not be completely logical and I need to focus on other things, but it's kind of getting stronger and working. Those colors are working their way closer.
And as you were saying that, our new guest Hyper drew a rainbow heart above your head as you were describing that. And
wholesome vandalism.
Yeah, it's a type of like adding something as you're telling the truth. Thank you for that. Such a lovely organismic, cellular vibe of frustration there. You grew a fruit of
Hyboria's favorite piece so far.
Exactly. You might have gotten the Heart Award by Hyboria. All right, George, your turn. Talk to us about this. My goodness. Oof. What's going on?
I want to
there?
start out by saying I kind of left this drawing behind on purpose. I walked away from it because it was just pure yuck. Like, yuck.
Ooh, yeah.
And it starts beyond the canvas in a realm we can't control outside of our own mind. There's something that makes us feel powerless. And from there, it enters our mind. And if we try and fight and fight and fight, it grows and takes over more and more. And just these little tendrils until you accept things.
So here's the piece to this, George. Your story feels like a whole play. I want to see your play of frustration. I felt it in my tingles and goosebumps. And I see feathers. That was the first thing I saw when I saw feathers. And guess what just got drawn on you by Hyper?
I'm a fallen angel.
You are a fallen angel. Yeah. It's frustrating to be a fallen angel. What a lovely, feels almost like the frustration projectile. You were like, and then you got away from it. Lovely. All right. Fire. Are you still here, Fire? Yay.
Yeah.
Show us yours.
So it's meant to indicate like a swampy water. So I can't see, I have no clarity, which kind of relates to the feeling of me being trapped when I feel frustrated. Like I can't see anything because of the wealth of thoughts and emotions. And you know, with it wanting to explode, that's me maybe wanting to gain clarity and see again in whatever way that could possibly take form. To get out of this just wealth of just murkiness that I can't swim through and can't find a path. So yeah, it's kind of what I got from that. Yeah.
Can I do something with your canvas? This is gonna be a little silly.
Okay.
I'm just having such an instinct here. Oh, can I grab it? Does it let me?
Got it. You got it.
I think you have to like relinquish it.
Oh,
but
yeah, you have to
unlock
unlock it on the
Firebee. Have to click on
Firebee has to. Firebee has
It's
to
okay.
unlock it.
Oh, okay. You want me to unlock it? Hold
There
on.
you go. Yeah, thank you.
Unlock.
All right,
There we
here
go.
we go. Here we go. All right, now stand here. Stand here. All right, look at that.
Did you put their face looking through it?
You made it
Take a
through. There's Firebee. Yay! Oh, zoom. Look at that. Just swim. Yeah. Thank you, Fire. How cool. All right. And Vibe just flew in, felt our vibe, and built Flux. Tell us about this. What is this?
I love this one too. Yes.
Well, for me, frustration is like being powerless, like being in a maybe behavioral circle. It's really hard to break. For me personally, like I tend to tell myself I should really hard to break with myself and not other people. But then I would meet someone and be like very present, too present, maybe be too much. And they dissolve, and then the whole circle starts again, and it's so frustrating. Like on the one hand, when I tell myself be alone is good, and then I'm lonely, and then I meet someone, and then it all starts again. It's very frustrating for me. Yeah.
Oh. So one of the pieces that I feel when I see that in my own story is I see the me that is seeking connection and the ghost that has already left me. And that kind of collision, trying to find my community and knowing it's already disappearing from frustration. I'm vanishing or they're vanishing. It didn't work. Wow.
Yeah, it's like a repeating circle. It's the frustrating part about it is being powerless. Like not really finding a solution.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have motion, right? That's another key. Motion and emotion, right? It's stuck. So how do I give it flow? Thank you, Vibe. Way to pick up on our vibe. All right. So I think we've gone full circle with who was here when we started the assignment. We do have two other canvases. Would the two canvases like to show us frustration? Whatever you got. Step up into the circle if you'd like to share. All
I'm
right.
not done yet.
So Allie,
I
we'll
am
have you
done.
finish this off, and then we're going to take a picture with all of our art and call it a closed summit. So Allie, show us your
Okay.
art. Mm-hmm.
So this is how I think my anger is.
Oh.
I'm late.
Tell us about your anger.
Well, when I'm angry, I feel like I can't say anything, or like I'll look like I'm the bad guy when I truly feel like I'm not, and that I get blamed.
Yeah.
So I put red, purple, and blue because I feel more sadness than real anger, and I feel like helpless with the purple.
There you go.
And then red, I do feel anger, but I feel like I can't say anything.
That's it.
And I just pick up.
Let's all give Allie some hearts here. Allie has not even been here for 2 hours, and Allie just showed something really vulnerable and honest and true. Thank you, Allie. Thank you for being honest with us.
Are you able to do it?
That's lovely. So anybody who would like, we're going to have a really interesting group photo. We're going to pull all of our art pieces like puzzle pieces together, and we're going to make a collage.
Are you able to call my avatar?
And so we're going to do it in less than a minute, and everyone's going to help.
Cheers,
and you
mate.
get to figure out where in the room to put them. Where is our frustration collage puzzle? Who's going to
I might need to
lead?
get you to unlock my one just so I can grab
That's
it again.
funny. I just stole it from you.
I'm not really that good at drawing on digital.
Okay, 60
That's
seconds.
okay.
All right, Mary went over here.
A little bit bad.
Bring your art
Let's
pieces.
put our pencils right here and then let's go.
Find where they're going to all connect.
I'm scared.
Look at that. Look at that. What an
That's why I
amazing
put mine up top.
10-minute exercise we did here.
I
That
don't
was really
want to do
fun.
this.
Find a place.
Can you do it for me? Can you put it up
Yeah,
there?
I could do it. I could do it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
I can't
helping
grab
each
it.
other.
I can't grab it.
You have
So
to
notice
click
the
lock.
emotions, right? So
That's
there's
it.
trust. There's
So you have
asking for
to
help.
Click the lock. There's a lock button on it.
Look where George placed George's frustration.
There we go.
Very
That
much
was
like
intentional.
I
The reason
know,
I
was-
did that is it's actually arising from the spawn.
Oh my god, I have to jump
Whoever
over.
people arriving
Okay.
from
Oh my gosh, I'm
spawn
trying
are
to clap.
probably more likely to feel it.
Exactly. The entrance,
Wait,
right?
I want to take a picture.
Okay. So before I grab the photo, I'm going to ask you all to just find one word about what you're taking away today. Just one word. And we're going to go in a circle again so we can just hear it. And if you can give an emoji when you hear the one word, this is how we close and acknowledge that this impacted us. So I'm going to start with Mary. One word, Mary.
One word.
I know.
Group.
One word of what you're taking away today. It can be hunger
Group.
because you haven't eaten. It's group. Okay. Word is group. So let's give Mary emojis for group, and we're going to go to the next word. Group. Yeah, group creature. Love it. All right. Frofridor, one word.
Distress.
Distress. Emojis to Frofridor. Distress. Group distress. I want you all to help me remember these words. Okay? We're going to say them all together at the end. So group distress. Zay, would you like to give us one word? Zay's like, is my name Zay?
Sorry.
Pointing at me. It's okay. One word.
Is it okay if you repeat the question? I'm so sorry I didn't hear.
It's okay. What's one word from just finding this group today that's in distress that you're taking away with you? Can be a color, can be awkward, can be anything.
I felt a little nervous.
Nervous. Group distress, nervous. All right. What about you, Allie? One word you're taking away.
Frustration.
Oh, let's all give Allie lots of emojis of frustration.
They figured out the prompt.
It's like you were here for the last 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone want positive emotion?
Yeah. All right. Escapist. One word.
I was here for Christmas, guys.
Connection.
Connection.
Oh, see, that's good.
Okay, emojis to escapist. And so let's go through these again because you're all helping me with my memories. So we have, what was Mary's?
Group.
Group.
Oh, that hurt.
Distress.
Distress.
Nervous.
Nervous.
Frustration.
Frustration.
Connection. Right? No, connection. Sorry.
Vibe. What's your word?
I took a picture of our thing.
Community.
Community. Listen to that. Community. All right. So
I
let's
wish I
go
had
through
a
them
bridge
again.
emote.
Yeah, we got to emote community.
You gotta pay for VRChat Plus.
Okay, if it's your word, you can't say it anymore. Somebody else has to remember it. So I'm pointing at this one. Somebody other than Mary has to say the word. What's this one?
What was my word?
What was Mary's word?
I can barely
Group?
remember.
Oh. Okay, what was this one?
Frustration.
close. Distress. Yep. What was this one?
Nervous.
Nervous. And this one?
Frustration.
Frustration.
And this one?
Community. Wait. Yeah?
I heard community twice.
No.
I heard community.
No, it wasn't community.
It wasn't?
No,
Okay.
Wait, no.
Connection.
Connection. All right, and this one? 5. Community. Okay. What's yours, George?
Walls.
Walls.
What? Yeah, walls.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do it again. We're going to do this quick because we're way over time.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh god.
What's this one?
Group.
Distress.
Distress.
Yeah.
Nervousness.
Nervous. Hell yeah.
Frustration.
Connection.
Community.
Walls. Oh. Okay, Jose, what's yours?
Back and forth stuff.
Moist.
Oh, Jose. Little troll friend.
What did he say?
All right, moist. Moist is being added into there. Hopefully this was not the first word. All right, let's do it again. What's this one?
Group.
Shoot.
Distress.
Nervous.
Frustration.
Connection.
Community.
Walls.
Moist.
We yield and validate. Okay. Armani, what's your word?
I was gonna say bend, like bending. And I want to point out Jimbo said love as well.
Oh, we have one that started us. Okay, now we have an early one that we didn't have before. All right, what's this one?
Love.
Okay.
Group.
Distress.
Nervousness.
Frustration.
Community.
Walls.
Moist.
All right, we got one left, and then it's it. That's gonna be our circle. What's your word, Fire?
Compassion.
Oh,
Compassion.
Did everyone hear that?
Compassion.
That does complete the circle.
Does complete the circle. Look at that. You all did it like we've done this 1,000 times. So we're going to do it one more time. You ready? We're going to do it all together.
That's
why I do
all
it.
together.
It's fun to do.
Okay.
Here we go. What's this one?
Love.
How do you do troll
Coaches as we do this because this is the very end. Distress.
Okay.
I do have
No,
a
wait.
troll
Group.
face
Group. That was group.
Yeah, group distress.
Oh, group.
This is what?
Distress.
Okay.
Distress.
This one?
Nervous.
It's just
Frustration.
Connection. Community.
Oh.
Community.
Walls.
Moist.
All right. Bend.
in the hat.
And what's this?
Compassion.
Okay. Send all the emojis to the middle, and we have now launched the Bridge Makers Festival of Emotional Fluency for the next 12 months.
Someone took
You didn't get mine, did you? Oh, what's mine? Mine is gratitude.
Oh,
damn.
So let's get a picture with our wall of art, and then we're going to say goodbye.
Someone took
Thank you,
mine.
everybody. Let's get a picture. Anybody who's just listening in the room that wants to join us, you're welcome.
Thank you for participating, though.
Oh, the headset's at 2%.
Hop in here.
Hurry up.
All right. Our wall of frustration.
I'm right here.
Let's all wave. Thank you, everybody who watched our live stream. Please share this. Join Bridgemakers. This is a community journey. And thank you so much to the Bridgemakers team who has helped build this. Every month it's a struggle. We love having help. And thank you, everybody who practiced vulnerability, who practiced decency, who found ways to make community right now.
And died.
You did that. Thank you. It's been such an honor. be on this journey with you. Our next event is going to be Armani is going to be leading us on emoji graph adventures with watching commercials and videos on Discord and feeling our feelings and keeping records of that and learning what we all feel at the same time, second to second. Armani will be leading this on what day this week?
It'll be this Tuesday, so that's
Tuesday.
let's see, that's
I had
February the
Wednesday
3rd.
on the slide.
Yeah,
That's
so
okay. That's okay.
Tuesday. Yeah, I have
Tuesday,
class on
that's,
Wednesday, so I was like, oh. So I might actually be in here. We haven't decided this yet, but I might come into VR chat and stream the Discord, which is where people will be participating into our Event Horizon world. So we can, the people who don't know about this can come and kind of learn about it. It'll just be like a mini open house time while I'm keeping my eye on what's going on. So when we have our Discord events, we might have somebody come in and anchor it here so everybody gets to connect in whatever reality they are. For those of you who don't have any clue on what you just came into, this is Bridge Makers. These are all beautiful humans that it's a little B word, Bridge Makers. We're all Bridge Makers. We're all trying to connect. Yes, all of you. And thank you for everybody that stayed extra today. I know this is a longer one, but we just launched a 12-month cycle on emotional fluency. So you are all a part of that. And please tell your friends. And now we have a meeting right after this. So I'm going to get a Zoom set up. So you're going to see a lot of us disappear. Please be kind to each other and welcome people when they come to this space. Keep it as community oriented as possible. Yeah, let's take a body break. In 5 minutes, any helpers with Bridge Makers, please hop into our Zoom call so we can get ready for next week. Good to meet everybody. Have a good afternoon, evening, morning, breakfast, lunch. Mars sunrise, wherever you are. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Thank you. That was so fun.
Thank you.
Lovely.
It was good to see you too.
Take one